Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be looking at a scenario where China has a civil war for the 900 bajillionth time. I don't know why I did that. But hello. But first thing that's going to be happening is that China is going to get a little bit of rebellions. I mean a little bit of protests in this area near the border of Mongolia. Mongolia isn't very strong, so who knows why it's right there. Surely they wouldn't be funding it. And by the way, this is not like a war yet. They're just protesting. So this is how big the group of the people that are protesting are. And China starts doing some killing to these civilians that are protesting because, well, China's communist. And specifically, they since they start killing these, it gets the population of China is like, wait, did we like the population of China checks the news and they're like, did our government just kill our own people? And as they're considering, continuing to do so right now, this is basically genocidal with a G. Uh, oh my god, this is so bad. Oh my god, that was ruthless of the Chinese. So, the Chinese population does not like that at all. So then, because of that, an actual real, very, what I was gonna say was that China is now very unstable. So what they want to do is they're going to say, hey, guys, just so we can make you guys feel better. How about we invade Hong Kong, which isn't a real country, but I mean, like, how about uh we fully integrate them into our country? So yeah, good idea. But the public doesn't like that idea. But China's going to do it anyway, because who cares about the population in China, right? Such old times. So also we're going to be ignoring the fact that the USA would help Taiwan. So China's like, hey, let's just invade Taiwan. This gets everybody mad. And the people in China are now starting to actually kill the military. So their invasions are going to be slowed of Taiwan because you know, stuff, and they have to use some of their military to kill the uprisings. To defeat the uprisings. So actually, the Taiwanese are going to be able to push the Chinese almost completely out due to China having such a hard time. And they're fully kicked out, then they're fully back in. Because let's be honest, the Taiwanese military cannot defeat China's military, even when it's with busy with other countries. So something very bad is about to happen to China. For now, it's all going downhill. No good stuff. So something very unfortunate happens. Like I said, Tibet starts a movement, an actual movement this time. It's not just protests. This is about 50 million people gathering to have this huge group, and also other pro Tibetian and people, like as you saw, like a little group like that, uh, started to join them. And also, this is about 120,000 troops trying to defend this, and that just got encircled. And those are 50 million people that are uprising there. And another bad thing will happen to China. Xinjiang will also break away from China. And no, Tibet and Xinjiang are not at war. And that's just some random mapping error that I have. since this is not a proper mapping software. Let me be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, anyways, this Xinjiang group is now fully Xinjiang, and this looks a lot like Ukraine. Ukraine's not on this map because this is an Asia map. So, oh no, what the Ukraine? So, also, Manchuria, and these exact places that they got killed in, they're going to, well, rise up. And this one isn't, I mean, this one is actually stronger than both of these combined. They're so strong. They're literally stronger than Taiwan, not Japan, Taiwan, Xinjiang, and Tibet, and maybe, and obviously Bhutan and Nepal, and maybe even Cambodia. That's not Cambodia, but ignore it. All of those combined, it might literally be stronger than all of them combined. Might, but very close to be. Not officially though. So, this is very strong. You cannot put this down. China did this, and that took them 500,000 soldiers. That was not good at all for China. So, the Manchuria movement grows even bigger, and bigger, and bigger, and bigger, and bigger, and bigger. Oh no. I think Beijing is a little bit in a little bit of trouble. North Korea is helping China, obviously, by the way. And these borders are an absolute mess. China cannot hold this together. And also, they're just going to be pushing some of these back and some of that. You see, there's not really that the what the heck is going on behind me? You see, there's not a lot of success made by the actual Chinese against these rebellions. So Manchuria is going to kind of just work it out, I guess. So actually, China's going to get rolled over. They finally got their face out of the sand, if that's the saying. Whatever you Americans say, I'm not American. I'm just a Moroccan. I didn't say just. I said I'm a Moroccan. So oh man, this looks bad for China. They're not really winning this. Oh, also, forgot to say, yeah, out. Also, yeah, out. Um, China looks kind of holy. China looks kind of like it's losing everything. So they're just going to invade Mongolia, but they can't. So they just don't. So then we have something very insane happening. Taiwan and Hong Kong invade China. Now, this goes very good considering that they're in a very, very bloody civil war, and now Beijing is like there, wait, right there. So, China looks like it's in trouble because, well, China is. Well, not that. So, uh, Taiwanese and Hong Kongian forces are going to get very, very close to Beijing, very concerningly close. Then we're going to have the Manchurians also getting very, 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 very close to Beijing, and together they encircle Beijing. This turns out to be one of the bloodiest battles in the world, in the history of the world. And actually, it's getting so bad to the point where another rebellion, like a rebellion that is communist, the same ideology and all of that of China is coming back just to try to make a neo-Chinese thing, kind of. So China actually likes this rebellion because they're supposed to kind of just be like the successor of current China. So they're just going to let this one do its stuff, as this should be the successor of China, which it's not, which means that it's basically China 2.0. So actually, they just turn out to be an enemy for the others because it's China 2.0, but smaller. So whoa. So Taiwanese forces and of course Hong Kongian forces start to invade into the Communist Rebellion, which is very Chinese sounding. Also, the Battle of Beijing ends in a Chinese victory. By the way, that battle is still going on as I speak. It has people have lost around 1 million soldiers or 1.8 in that, and it's climbing about every 10. I mean, every 30 seconds for you guys. And for me, every 30 seconds it grows by 100,000. Actually, every 15 seconds. You can count it if you want. This is just an endless stalemate right now. So, yeah, this communist rebellion is really failing. Also, the Battle of Beijing is now ending, but in a what victory? Ooh, Taiwanese victory. Taiwanese and Hong Kongian victory. China?
China now. China. You know, China. I know China very well. China.
Wait, don't-
China.
China, but China is gone. For hundreds of years, China has been one of the strongest countries in the world. That China is no longer here. Meow 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 meow. Okay, I'm back. Anyways, Taiwan and Hong Kong are now going even crazier on this communist kind of rebellion. Actually, it's not really a rebellion, and it's not looking too good for these commies. And now they're completely encircled. They don't exist anymore, and a very non-bloody fight happens, and just ends in a Hong Kongian. I don't know what to call that victory. And this is now China. This is China. Also, Xinjiang, Xinjiang, Xinjiang is now expanding a little bit. Also, the Taiwanese are completely okay with this. They say, "Hey, you can expand," because these are just a little bit of groups that want to be part of Xinjiang. So there's there. Also, this Tibet group also expands a little bit because some people want to be part of it. And yeah, nothing else, nothing else happens, I guess. So I guess that's how a Chinese civil war would end. So bye.